Okay, so in video blog 15 I promised I would get to some shoutouts, and so I'm just going to run through those real quick and then mention anything else that I might think of along the way. So first of all, mstelter24, thank you for your comment. Maybe buck up isn't an American expression, I don't know, but my dad sure uses it a lot, which means I use it a lot because I am a carbon copy of my father. Not really, but it's kind of weird sometimes how similarly we act. And even stuff that, you know, we've both recently started doing separately from each other. And also the stuff that he's been doing his whole life that I've been doing my whole life. For example, we both eat, like, if we've got a plate with 3 different parts of a meal on it, like maybe ham, eggs, and potatoes, say if we're having a really heavy breakfast, we'll eat the ham, and then the eggs, and then the potatoes. But we won't eat any eggs before we get done with the ham, and we won't eat any potatoes before we get done with the eggs, or whatever order we do it in. So maybe that's just why. Moving on, this is not Lee Wolf. The debate that I posted, it's got 4 parts. That was at the University of Georgia, and yeah, it was, I don't know, it was just a debate between the college Republicans and the Young Democrats, and I recorded half of it. That's really all there is to it, because it was after the election, so it really doesn't matter. So, Moise. Yeah, the guy in the debate whose name escapes me at the moment, and I'll think of it probably about 10 minutes after I get this video uploaded. Yeah, he can talk really fast. He can talk really fast. So fast it's hard to follow what he's saying without rewinding. So, anyway. I want to move along. Community channel. A little while ago you posted a response that included a colloquialism that I'm not familiar with. Brooker? What the hell does Brooker mean? Or, as you would say, Brooka. I mean, I can't even find that in an Australian slang dictionary. You know, I looked online for all those Australian slang dictionaries. I can't find it. Okay? So yeah, it's a weird word, man. Or girl, lady, something. Anyway, Tipsy23, yes. My constant commenter. You're a great guy. Keep making the vids, and I expect a lot better crap coming out of you than the crap coming out of me, alright? So, keep up the good work. I'm pointing. I don't know why I'm pointing. I've been doing that the whole video. And finally, said371. You asked what my point of view is. Well, my point of view is libertarianism. I am a libertarian. I am a moderate libertarian by comparison, because I actually believe in a secure border, having nuclear weapons, and, you know, I think there is actually a justification for having a standing army. So, you know, basically I believe that the government is evil, not because of the people involved, but because it simply is an evil concept, but it is a necessary evil. There are some reasons to have government, very limited government in what it can do and what kind of things it should be allowed to do. I don't believe in welfare, unemployment insurance. I don't believe in affirmative action. All of these are things which basically restrict the rights of individuals in the favor of somebody else. Basically, welfare takes my property in the form of my money, which would otherwise be invested as property, and gives it to somebody else. And I never, you know, I never get to see it. That is a power the government should never have, because the government should never have the ability to do anything that an individual can't do. You can't take money out of my wallet and give it to somebody else without my permission. So why can the government do that? Okay? I never said that they should be allowed to do that. Some idiot up in Washington said that they should be allowed to do that. Okay? And frankly, all those things are a system of buying votes. All a politician really does is figure out how to get the money from the people who will vote for him, or, sorry, got that backwards. How to get money from the people who don't vote for him and put it in the pockets of the people who will. Okay? A little less so in the form of Republicans, because they do vote for lower taxes. They do, and as much as anybody complains about they're giving tax breaks to the rich, I mean, let's face it, they're the only people paying taxes. When 50% of the population, the bottom 50% of workers, are paying 3% of the income taxes, how the hell do you give them a frickin' tax break? And the bottom 20% are actually getting more money back at the end of the year than they paid in. Okay? I'm sorry, I don't see the logic. So, anyway, now that I've gone off on my little political tirade, that's my viewpoint. Is, you stay out of my life and I'll stay out of yours. Okay? If somebody, let's go on to a very contentious issue: segregation. If the government imposes segregation, that is illegal. Okay? If the government says you cannot serve a black person, you cannot serve an Asian or an Oriental, as my Australian viewers would say, you cannot serve a Hispanic. Okay? That is illegal. That is unconstitutional in the United States and violates the laws, the natural laws of man. Okay? And change that to being an individual saying, I don't want to serve a black person, or I don't want to serve an Asian or an Oriental or whatever. Okay? That is perfectly legitimate, because it is their property that they're selling, and they have every right to refuse to sell it to somebody else. Would I go into that business? Hell no. They're stupid, and I wouldn't buy from them. But it's their legitimate right to take that hit on their business, to earn less money because they won't sell to a certain class of people. That's their legitimate right. And the government right now, under the auspices of the Civil Rights Act and the Commerce Clause of the Interstate Commerce Clause of the Constitution, is saying that they can't do that. Well, they're not allowed to say that. Okay? They're not allowed to make those determinations. That is a determination for the individual. So, as much as I think it is stupid and wrong and racist and immoral, it's their right to be that. Okay? So I got all kinds of other viewpoints now that I've prattled on about that for 3 minutes. Maybe more than that. So, anyway, I hope none of you are superiorly offended by my viewpoint. I'm just trying to say that I believe that the individual is the sovereign, not the government. So, so that's my viewpoint. You asked, I gave it to you. So, catch you later.